Hi everyone, it's me, Corrie Sommers, your local Los Angeles luxury realtor. Today I'm talking with Ryan Kugler, who owns several businesses here in Toluca Lake, Burbank Media District area, and we're going to talk about them. Trust me, you're going to want to stay tuned. Pretty exciting stuff going on. Hi again everyone, it's me, Corrie Sommers. So today I'm sitting down with Ryan Kugler, who owns a couple of businesses here in Toluca Lake, Burbank Media District border, and as you might have guessed, they are in the entertainment industry. So he owns a company called Plan B, A5 Entertainment, and another company.
Ideal Content.
Okay, Ideal Content. So what I kind of wanted just to jump in and dive in and start talking about is share the three different businesses and what exactly you do and how you're actually running three businesses, because that's a lot.
It is a lot. Sometimes I get confused when people call me and say, hey, it's John, and I don't know what they want to talk about. Yes, I have three businesses. Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. This is great. Yes, I live and work here in Toluca Lake, Burbank, which is an awesome area. And yes, I have three companies, which I consider a layered company. So I have the same employees that work actually all three companies. So if someone does marketing, they're doing marketing for all three companies, which kind of makes the job fun. It's not the same mundane thing that one of these employees is doing the whole time. But Plan B is a wholesale business where we buy and sell inventory, and we sell to retailers. Those are our customers. We don't sell direct to a consumer, unfortunately. Sorry. I have an event business, which is opening back up post-COVID, or should I say pre-COVID again? I don't know.
Yeah.
Where we put on events, mainly run-walk charity runs and walks for nonprofits as well as corporate events. Sorry, we don't do any, bridal showers or anything like that. It's all business to business and nonprofit, et cetera, et cetera. And then I own a marketing business called Ideal Content, where we specialize in making high-end marketing material for our business customers that need a brochure that kind of grabs attention a little bit more, and it actually plays a video upon opening. So it's a brochure that actually has a TV screen inside of it, like the size of your phone, that plays a corporate video upon opening.
So you just really intrigued me right there.
Okay.
How are you sticking a video inside a brochure?
Technology, it's amazing. Just like we're filming right here, and it's like we're on broadcast TV on KNBC. Basically, it's manufactured overseas in China, and they take a small screen and implant it inside of a physical brochure. And yes, it's a paper brochure, cardboard brochure. We do boxes as well. So it's high-end, custom-made, whatever somebody wants. It's kind of neat. Our corporate, our clients are anyone from Amtrak to Simmons, etc.
So that's some pretty high-end marketing materials for sure.
Yes.
What made you start these businesses? Was one started before the other? How did they all evolve?
Good question. Everybody asks that. So I actually started right out of school in a family business, distributing. So I was already in a distribution business, distributing movies back when video rental stores were around, distributing movies from studios to video rental stores. It kind of evolved into then selling movies to Best Buy and other major mass merchants, Target and so forth, and then went from widget to widget, which really means a movie, whether it's a VHS tape, a DVD, a Blu-ray, is a widget, and the people we sell to wanted other items besides just movies, especially since movies declined over time, because no one goes and really rents a movie today. So we do anything from luggage to hardware to tools to etc. So we're basically a wholesaler of different items to retailers. Our customers, anyone from 99-cent only to Ross, TJ Maxx, Dollar General, to Home Depot, to Lowe's, to Target, Staples, Office Depot, all the way up to Target, Best Buy, etc.
Wow, that's pretty broad and certainly not what I expected when I first knocked on your door a couple weeks ago.
Yes, this is a small office. We do not warehouse anything here. It's all done in Chicago and other warehouses around the country.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And how did that business launch into the two others?
2008 came, which was the first recession, and basically my pay was cut, and I didn't like that, and I said, okay, well, I'm going to have other sources of income, and I decided to start other businesses. On the side, I was doing events on the weekend for a nonprofit, totally free, voluntarily, and basically I took on the event, meaning I became the executive director of the nonprofit that put on the event, and I started getting calls. People would find me and say, hey, I heard you did a great event there. Can you do my event? And a little, light bulb clicked, and I said, maybe I can make a business out of this. So I decided to turn it into a business at the time and start making money from it. And now we help out some 30 or 40 nonprofit organizations every year, put on runs all over the country, from here to New York.
That's amazing. I love it.
Yes.
And then the marketing piece.
The marketing actually evolved from the distribution business, meaning, ironically, it was a weird twist, but someone came to me and said, hey, I really want you to sell me more of this one item, and can you go find it and manufacture it for us? And I went and looked for it, and I couldn't, but then I found this other item, and I said, this is interesting. Let me go ahead and start working on that. So I turned it into a business, and it was great.
Now, earlier you mentioned you live here in Toluca Lake. Is that why you chose this location?
I chose this location because my mother actually lived around the block from here. And I was, part of parents that were divorced and actually lived in Chicago. Oh. So every time I would come visit my mother in LA, she actually lived over at what used to be called Oakwood, which I think is now called Ava.
Yes.
And we would come here to Toluca Mart, which used to be called Dale's Jr. And I just thought this little area was fascinating. It had this little strip, and it was so nostalgia and neat. And the neighborhood Toluca Lake's kind of hidden. Nobody really knows about it. It's kind of like this, area of 600-800 homes that's kind of partly, quarantined off between the lake and the golf course and so forth. And I just found it interesting. I thought this is a great little neighborhood. The other key thing is, if you're looking for a home or whatever, is you actually have access to 5 freeways here.
Yeah.
So living in Toluca Lake, you can get on the 134, the 101, the 5, the 170, etc., and get anywhere you need to go, basically. Yeah. Where if you're living in Beverly Hills, you're taking, a 20-minute drive just to get on the 405, which is gridlock. Yeah. So this area is a little bit better because it's kind of in the middle of everything. Mm-hmm. And also, at the time, we were doing business with the studios. We still are. But it was more hands-on and they needed to meet all the time. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of like, okay, well, here I have access to basically almost all, they used to be called 7 major studios, but all 6 of them within a 5 to 15-minute drive.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I feel like this area is so well located, jumping on the freeway, or if you're going through the hill, no matter where you have to get to, it works. I used to always have this saying, no matter what part of Los Angeles you live in, it's going to take you at least 30 minutes to get anywhere you want to go, right? But,
used to be 20.
Yeah, used to be 20, 30 minutes. But when you're in the valley or over the hill, that can actually multiply because of traffic. So knowing those key pass-throughs or the accessibility to the freeway, it's huge.
Yes, it's huge. And if you're in the entertainment industry, having the access to all these studios, whether you want to be or not, or doing something with them, this is the perfect area because Burbank, the valley, is growing so big between Universal, Disney, which is now Fox, ABC, DreamWorks, Warner Brothers. It's just the perfect location. And then Paramount's right over the hill. Right. So the farthest one is Fox and Sony. But anyway, so this is a great little area. Plus you have the Burbank Airport, which nobody really likes LAX these days. So I fly every month and I keep going to that airport.
So you live here in Toluca Lake, the business is here. I'm going to guess you eat here, or do you occasionally, grab lunch somewhere along the strip? Like, what do you do?
Well, we are here in my office, which is on Riverside, and the one thing I love about this office, and everybody who comes and visit me, my family from out of town, they go, so wait a second, you just walk outside of your office and you have a plethora of 20 restaurants that you can walk to and eat at. So yes, here in Toluca Lake Village, whatever you want to call it, the media center, you have 20 plus restaurants literally within 3 blocks. And yes, I've counted. Even with the ones that have gone out of business and come back to life, you have 20 restaurants to choose from. So every day at lunch, it's not like, oh my God, I gotta get in the car and go somewhere. Right. Now, granted, if you want something a little different, then yes, but the restaurants here are great. The village is great. Honestly, I walk to work. My dentist is right here. My gym is right here. So everything I need is really within the max 7-block radius. I mean, not if anyone's a fan, there's 4 Starbucks and Coffee Beans, all within this same little area. So it is kind of nice to have everything right here and everything you need.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the magical things about this area for sure is that it's kind of like a small town because of that, but we're part of the city, and so you're not too tucked away. Everything is accessible. You don't necessarily feel like you're out of the city. It's like go right next door, that sort of thing. So that's wonderful. Yeah,
and when my wife and I want to go have dinner or something a little different, yes, we'll get in the car, we'll go to Hollywood, enjoy the fruits of being in LA, and go do all that fun stuff, whether it's downtown LA or Hollywood or the Grove area. Plus, the other good thing about is Toluca Lake, half of it is Burbank. And Burbank is its own incorporated city, and that means if you have any issues, you will actually get someone on the phone because it's like a small town in Indiana or Iowa, and someone will answer the phone in the city and you go, hey, I need trash pickup, I need a light fixed. They fix it. You call the police, they're here within, I think their record is 3 minutes and 28 seconds right now.
Yeah, no, it's good to have those services. Well, Ryan, I really want to thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. I know we were trying to make that connection happen a little bit and just learning more about your businesses, because obviously the entertainment side is kind of what hits you the most, especially when you're walking in and seeing those posters. But knowing the kind of marketing you do, we're going to have some more talk, because that's amazing.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity too.
Yeah, and so of course you guys, all of his contact information is below on the businesses. Ultimately, whichever business you're trying to reach out to, you're gonna get him. So just tell him why you're calling.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah, just tell him why you're calling. So thank you guys so much for watching today. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please take a moment to click the subscribe button below, as well as the bell for updates, because you know we're constantly featuring many of the local businesses here throughout Los Angeles.
Thank you so much.